Shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kagadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, who rule Israel in true sincerity. Also, shalom to the bishops and elders and prophets and teachers and scribes and helps in these camps of the full callings of earth, giving their body as a living sacrifice, though it is great honor to do so. Also, I want to say shalom to innumerable men, women, and children who come back to the fold, come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai these last days. To all of you, I say shalom. My name is Ra Abad. I'm out of the Israelites 11th hour camp at San Francisco, and I'm coming to you and announce the new sit-down lesson for today. And Lord's willing, it'll be edifying, right, for you new listeners. Right now it's breaking news, right? We have World War III actions from Trump. He just moved 2 subs, what do you call off of the coast of Russia, as an act of declaration of war in response to Russia's Minister of Defense, which is Medvedev. Right, I love that guy, by the way. He's a fucking good ass president, the ex-president. A response to what Medvedev says, that if Medvedev wants to smoke, that Donald Trump is willing to smoke him. So he sent 2 subs over there today as a breaking news. Just kind of show of force. And we believe he's off his rocker. But his spirit and his mind, is all by the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. So let's go to. In fact, let me open up with this. Let me open up with this scripture, and then we'll get the ball rolling. So let me go to the scripture. Open up. Always a good opener. Let me go to Second Timothy 3:1. It says difficult times will come. That's the title of the opening scripture. It says, "This know also that in last days perilous times will come." Right. So to know that in these last days perilous times shall come, and we are in those perilous times. We're in those last days. The last days. Right. We got chariots on its way to Earth. Big ass father chariot. The NASA saw. We got massive flooding in New York and still all over the United States. So we got major earthquakes all over. But now what we do have is a threat of nuclear war, which is World War III. And so basically we're in those times, where everything is coming to a head, everything's coming together. The dominoes are falling where they lie. All the cards are being laid on the table. And always Esau being exposed on the highest level. From the man of the Lord, to even his own tongue falling upon themselves, which is his own Edomite brethren, his own, right? So we're in those perilous times, and we're here. JT, is going to be cracking pretty soon. If we're not already in the beginning stages, we're also in the beginning stages of WW3. The beginning stages of the market thing. The C-hip. So, we're in those times where everything's just coming all at once. Hold on. Let me go back. One second. Going back to my history.
Film, food, and fun.
Just give me a second, Akim. I'm just kind of put it all together in the spirit, It's kind of getting together, my, there it is. Okay, let me go this one. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so anyway, back to lesson. So we in those times, we're definitely in those times, right? We're in those times, of everything coming to a head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we in those times. You know what I mean? So let me go to the second. Okay, let's go to the second scripture. All right, let's go to Proverbs 21 and 10. All right, so let's go. Let's go All right, Proverbs 21. Let's go 10. And it reads. Wait, hold on. Psalm. Oh wait, I apologize. It's Psalms. let's go Psalms 21:10. See that's mine's going. Yeah. Hold on, let me look it up. Hold on. There's certain scriptures I want. In the hand of the Lord. Slack it. It's this one. Yeah, sorry, Slack it. 21 and 1. That was it. Right. So, Proverbs 21 and 1. And it reads, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Right? What's the king's heart? Right? The heart is lab, right? In Hebrew, lab means mind, right? It's consciousness, right? His consciousness is in the king, is in the hand of the Lord, which means in the angels who are the hand of the Lord are the angels, right? Who are whispering and guiding the decisions and the consciousness of these kings on the earth, make them do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, right? So basically, the Lord is in control of the Lord's control of the actions through his angels, are controlling the minds of these kings. You know what I mean? So that's how these so-called decisions are being made, on a worldly scale. You know what I mean? And we're watching them play out and firsthand. So let me go to the other scripture I have written down. Third scripture, which is there it is. Yep. Let's go to let's go Revelation 11 and 14. All right. Let's go. I don't need that no more. Rev 11 and 14. Slakia 14, and it reads, it's all through the Spirit, right? It's all kind of a breaking news. The Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe was past, right? And behold, the third woe coming quickly, right? Because the second woe was World War II, right? Has passed, and World War III is coming quickly, right? When we're literally, at the beginning, we're literally in the beginning stage of World War III, right? It's now official that we're in it. You know what I mean? It's not breaking to where everybody's in the Valley of Jehoshaphat just yet, but it's a major buildup right now, right? It's a major escalation, and by Donald Trump, fucking, right, sending fucking those nukes, those subs over there is basically, giving Putin the middle finger and throwing arms up, in the air, saying, "What you gonna do?" You know what I mean? That's basically what's going down. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, that's basically, everything has a cycle. Everything has a time, right? And the time of the Edomites, the time of Amalek is coming to an end. right? And he's gonna go out with a loud bang, right? And he's gonna be kicking and screaming, to try to keep his birthright, but it ain't gonna happen. Not the Edomites have had their time to rule. You know what I mean? These people, for one, have done a piss poor job, but two, their time is done. The Lord's giving Edomites fucking ample time to rule. You know what I'm saying? And how short they have ruled, they totally fucked this earth up. You know what I mean? It was like this is like literally they turned this earth into one big fucking tent city. You know what I mean? Except where they live at, they live in a gated community, right? Where everybody else lives in tent cities. Fucking asshole. Let's go to our last scripture of this lesson, right? And the reason why Donald Trump is doing all this is because not only are the angels the angels are the hand of the Lord controlling his actions, but also the small hats, Amalek. Amalek is actually the one in control of Babylon. Amalek is control of Donald Trump. These small hats, these Jewish, right? Again, which they really are Jewish. I mean, their name befits them, right? As ish is a prefix. You know what I mean? Or suffix. Ish, pertain to, but also like as, but not original, right? So these fucking small hats are Jewish. Yeah, they wish they were Jews. They wish they were us. They wish from the tribe of Judah, so-called Negro from America. Yeah, they wish they were us. Shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, you wish you were us. But it's not your bloodline. It's not your covenant, and definitely the Lord is not your God. So, as a kiss, you know what I mean. And besides, you don't even believe in the Lord. You believe in the fucking Talmud. You know what I mean? You believe in the spiritual demon Satan. You believe in fucking evil. So I don't know what the hell you even call yourself an Israeli. Yeah, you definitely need to stay Jewish. That's a very befitting title to your fucking punk asses, right? But that was it. That was a little breaking news. Of Donald Trump, doing the will of the Lord, and setting, World War III up. You know what I mean? So and also pushing the CHIP. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing these draconian measures, and Lord willing, he be that guy. Like Apostle Hart says, that he maybe be that guy. We can get, who can push the CHIP, and we get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So, Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. My name is Yarah Abad. At 11th hour, Israelites, at Israelites 11th hour camp at San Francisco. And before I sign off, I'm going to give all praises, honor, glory, and to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone who rule Israel in true sincerity. Also, what do you call it? Shalom to the bishops and elders and prophets and teachers and scribes and helps who are in his camps, making the body live as a sacrifice for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and doing the great work and great honor. And to the innumerable 1/3 men, women, and children who would not come back to the fold, to you I say Shalom. And Lord's willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, sign off, say Shalom.